Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of JCM Fix. Today we have the beautiful Toyota Century, and today I'm going to test it for radiator fluid leaks. So today I have the Kauplus Radiator Cap and Test System kit here, which will help me put pressure into the system to see if there's any leaks within the hoses and the radiator. So the first thing we got to do is ensure we put the right amount of pressure into the radiator. So we see here 0.9, which is 0.9 bar. So 0.9 bar measures out to 13 psi, so that's 13 pounds, okay? So what I'm gonna do is just make sure this is filled. I already opened it up earlier and the radiator is filled with the right amount of coolant. Because earlier I did see that my coolant was leaking, so I wanna make sure I know exactly where it's leaking from. So I see it's not too dirty, so I'm gonna do is just go ahead and set this aside. Okay, so this is a 1992 Toyota Century. So with this particular car, I don't need to use any of the adapters. So all I have to do is essentially put this cap on top of here, tighten it down, and go ahead and get to pumping. Let's do it. Right. So we see I'm dropping a little bit of liquid there, so do not confuse that with leaks. So let's go ahead and pump and see if there's any liquid coming out. But before I start pumping, I want to ensure that I have all the accessible spots able to be viewed to see if there's any leaks all in around the system. So let's go to the bottom. So as you can see, I went ahead and removed the shroud with my trusty trim panel remover. So I moved this aside so I can see up into the radiator cavity. It doesn't show me much, but at least it can show me if there's any fluid leaking out of the radiator fins. And I also remove the bottom cover just a tad bit to see if there's any liquid spewing out. But once again, don't mind those drippages right there, because once again that was me removing the radiator cap. Okay, let's go ahead and start pumping. So once again, we're pumping up to 13 psi. Okay, we can see the air is holding steady so far. Okay, it's holding steady. Now let's go look for some leaks. This is on a cold engine. And as I check around the system, I don't see any leaks right here. Make my way across. I don't see any leaks up here. And as I look to the front, I don't see any leaks right here. Let's go further in. Not seeing any leaks. Let's make our way to the top and see if we see any leaks around the water pump. Looks like it's sealed pretty good. Now let's take a look at our pressure once again to see if it's reduced. We're showing that it went down just a tad bit. Let's give it one more pump. All right, we have it right where the 13 and 14 is at. See, it seems like it's holding pressure pretty well, so I'm not seeing any leaks. And as you can see, after that second pump, it seems to not have reduced at all. So we're not showing any issues when it comes to the pressure decreasing the second time around. So what that means is that I may have an internal issue to where it's probably leaking fluid through the head gasket. But other than that, everything seems fine on the outside. No leaks. Alright guys, thank you for joining me on this testing of this Kauplus Radiator and Cap Pressure Test Kit. So what we'll do is just go ahead and attend to the engine and head gasket portion to see if we can find any internal leaks within this system. Alright guys, have a blessed day. And thank you guys for joining me today. I can definitely say this Kauplus Radiator testing kit did its job. It allowed me to narrow down what was wrong with the car, and so definitely I feel like it's a head gasket issue. So join me again on the next video. What I'm going to introduce to you guys is Bars leaks, head seal, blown head gasket repair. So I already did a pressure test when it came to the radiator, and I did not see any leaks down below.